Today's topic is living the Dharma. This is the name of our channel. The goal is to help everybody learn Buddhism and be able to apply it in our daily lives to live an enlightened and awakened life. How to live in the Dharma with the three aspects of learning in combination with Eightfold Path and 6 paramitas. This is a request from a Dharma friend asking me to combine these into a discussion. All Buddhist doctrines and teachings cannot be apart from the three aspects of learning. In the Shraddhamma Sutra, it says, collecting one's thoughts constitutes precepts. From precepts comes concentration or samadhi. Out of samadhi arises wisdom. The three goes hand in hand. First, we have precepts. That's the basis of cultivation. We have sets of rules from Buddha to help us prevent negative karma. We need to liberate ourselves from the causes of suffering. So we hold precepts to be wholesome and virtuous. Precepts is not to limit us or restrict us, but is to protect us from bad deeds of our speech, action, and thoughts. After we hold precepts, we will develop concentration. Only when we quiet our mind, we can stop wandering thoughts. That's when our pure wisdom arises. Our Buddha nature will surface. Without the discipline of meditation, we won't be able to reach samadhi and have any kind of accomplishment in our spiritual practice. When we are a master of our mind, our emotions are not always bounded by our attachment to the external life situation. Our destiny will be changed. Then we need to develop wisdom. Samadhi is not our end result. Our goal is to obtain wisdom. What is wisdom? Basically, it's the ability to solve all our problems. This wisdom is not the intellectual knowledge that we learn in school. This wisdom is a realization, a profound insight into the emptiness of self, the illusory nature of this life, and wake up from this dream. That is true wisdom or prajna. Only when you let go of your attachment to this body and this world where you see your true nature, we call it the true suchness, or we call it the Dharmakaya. This is the gist of Buddhist practice. In the Theravada Buddhism, we usually use the doctrine of the Eightfold Path. And in Mahayana Buddhism, we usually practice the 6 paramitas, but they are all encompassing the three aspects of learning. First, let's look at the Eightfold Path. A right path. What is right? Right means it's in alignment with the Four Noble Truths. That's what we call right. Why are we in reincarnation? We understand reincarnation by understanding the Four Noble Truths. We are in suffering. What is the cause of suffering? That's our afflictions. Our greed, anger, ignorance, the selfishness is causing the samsara. So how do we get out? We practice precepts, concentration, wisdom in order to reach cessation of suffering. So the A right path is to do the right things and not give rise to afflictions, the cause of reincarnation. First one is right speech. We don't want to have unwholesome speeches because that causes reincarnation. We do not want to lie, have harsh language, double tongue, or idle, extravagant speech. That is all immoral. The worst karma that we produce is actually out of our mouth. Number 2 is right action. Killing, stealing, or having sexual misconduct. A lot of times we still do these things. We are creating so much negative karma and we don't even know. There was a man, he was the first level arhatship. He has entered the stream of sainthood. We call it the stream enterer because he has let go of his afflictions. The first level, he reincarnated in a family of a butcher. The butcher wanted him to take over the business, but he would never kill in his life. His father confined him in a small room with a sheep and a knife, forcing him to kill the sheep or he will not let him come out. After 3 days, they checked up on him. He actually killed himself because he is already an enlightened being. He will never break the precept of killing. That's a true observance of precept. Number 3, right livelihood. The way we make a living should be proper. For example, we should not be selling drugs, prostitution, or anything illegal. If we are unwholesome in the way that we make money to keep this livelihood, that would accumulate lots of negative karma. Our career, our job is a big factor in our spiritual journey. So speech, action, and livelihood, they all fall into the category of precepts. Number 4, right effort. How do we have diligence or put in effort? We need to truly have faith in the teaching. Holding precepts, concentration, and wisdom, that's how we're gonna improve ourselves and reach Buddhahood. The more effort we put in, the sooner we will reach Buddhahood. Having Dharma joy is also a key to diligence, to put in effort. If you know meditation will help you reach samadhi, then of course you will practice hard in your meditation. Number 5 is right mindfulness. Body and mind awareness. Always aware of your thoughts, always aware of the illusory nature of your environment, not to always attach to the people, things, and events. Be compassionate and kind without giving rise to afflictions. We should be mindful of your Buddha nature, know who you really are. We can all do this. We just need to be mindful. That is a kind of meditation skill. Concentration. We practice in our meditation, calm our mind, so we can always focus in whatever we do in our meditation, in helping others, the ability to focus single-mindedly. Right effort, mindfulness, and concentration, they are all under the category of concentration. Number 7, right view. To have the correct view. What is the correct view about life? It's understanding impermanence. Everything is cause and condition arising, constantly changing. It's non-self, nothing for you to attach to. This is the right view to get out of the suffering of samsara. So when you have the right view looking at life, you will practice accordingly. Right view and right intention, that is all our wisdom. The truth about the world, which is impermanence, emptiness. Emptiness is the truth. All the problems and all the afflictions will be overcome by your wisdom. How do we know if we have wisdom? When you have the ability to overcome your defilements. As you can see, the Eightfold Path is more about self-cultivation. Now let's look at the Mahayana Buddhism, practicing the 6 paramitas. 6 paramitas means 6 perfections. Number 1 is giving. Generous in giving the Dharma, giving our wealth, giving fearlessness, and not be stingy. It will cure our affliction of greed. So go out and help people who are suffering hardship. Last week, 12 of us from our temple went to volunteer for a gathering for the blind. We helped them with just daily tasks and serving food. They really love us and we actually made friends, not just serving, but the fact that we give them happiness by being their friend. So a bodhisattva enjoys giving. We bring happiness everywhere we go. Number 2, we should hold precepts. Basically, there are 3 pure precepts: abandoning evil, cultivating goodness, and benefit others. All precepts fall into these 3 categories. Not to be confined or be very rigid in our daily life, but to enjoy holding precepts. And what is the true precepts? It's actually be aware of our 6 sense organs with our eyes, ears, nose, body, and mind. We should hold pure precepts by not letting our 6 sense organs run amok. We should collect them in. That's why we chant Amitabha and we stay mindful with our breathing, collect ourselves inward. That is true observance of precepts. Number 3, Bodhisattva, they are best at their endurance, which means patience, tolerance. Whatever other people do to us, we are able to endure it without giving rise to anger, animosity, or wanting to revenge. All these things are against the Bodhisattva conduct. Love sentient beings unconditionally. How are you going to deliver sentient beings if we always are mad at people? Giving precepts and endurance, that is also upholding precepts. Number 4 is diligence. Diligence is the same as effort. We want to cultivate vigorously in giving, in holding precepts, in our endurance. No matter what kind of obstacle that comes your way or people disappoint you, you still keep going without retrogression and have the bodhicitta mind, which means our bodhi resolve needs to be very strong. Number 5 is concentration. Usually goes with prajna or wisdom. When we meditate, there are actually 2 parts. One is called cessation meditation, samatha, which means stopping the scattered mind. And the other part is clear observation. We call it vipassana, contemplation. One is stopping, which is tranquility meditation, and one is wisdom insight meditation. These 2, they are like 2 wings of a bird. When our samadhi, concentration, reach a level of intensity and highly effective, we will have the ability to break all our afflictions. We will be able to see the truth clearly and be away from all our delusions. So this is deep concentration through meditation. Then we will develop true prajna. It's another word for wisdom. Wisdom arises from samadhi. It's when we let go of our attachment to the mundane world. We often say to know illusion is to depart from it. To depart from illusion is to be enlightened. How do we gain this wisdom? That's already innate in us. When you know everything is illusory, whatever happens, it will not affect you so much anymore. Depart from illusion is to be enlightened. That is sudden enlightenment. If we just practice in the 3 aspects of learning. This is not really a doctrine. It's not something you learn in school or take a test on. It's actually a way of living in everyday life. That way, our spiritual journey will definitely come into fruition and definitely will be going to Amitabha's Western Pure Land. So that's the class for today. Thank you so much for listening. Amitabha.